Good morning, YouTube. This is Dominic Jones. I'm here again to create a short video, hopefully, about a day in the life of a YouTuber. So here at Land Love Home, I thought I'd bring you along to experience a typical day in my life as a YouTuber. Again, I'm new to this, so it's kind of funny. I'm not sharing this from a point of, oh, this is how I do to make, this is what I do every day to make all my money, blah, blah, blah. This is more so coming from, this is what I've been taught as a mentor, from my mentor, excuse me, and this is how I've taken the teachings and applied it to my life. All right. So before we get started, I have to say, please smash the like button, click subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications if you're interested in anything related to residential real estate, because here on Land Love Home, we strive to bring to you and create content from land development and construction all the way to interior design and home decor. So if those are interests of yours, again, smash the like button, subscribe, and please ring that bell, set up notifications so you know when our videos come out. I also want to note that this channel isn't a personal brand channel. I'm working on bringing Land Love Home up to a status where it will be recognized as its own entity. So again, this channel isn't about me by any means. We all have to start somewhere, so I'm just doing my best to help lift the channel off the ground with some behind the scenes takes and videos with my face showing. However, the focus in its entirety is creating wonderful content that both educates, entertains, and enlightens the viewership. And as well, we seek to provide impact and value that will add to the community. So after saying all of that, let's go ahead and get started. This is the outline of my day. One of the things that I love about being a content creator is the flexibility. If you know me intimately, you know that I suck as an employee. I absolutely hate it. I've been working since I was 15 years old, and I am now in my 30s. And throughout the course of that time span, I've just realized more and more and more and more and more that I absolutely hate working for other people. It's just not in me to do. Of course, we have to do what we got to do via necessity. However, I really despise being in an employee W-2 role. So anyway, this is the outline of my day. Team check-in and community engagement, competition and trend review, topic selection, number 3, number 4, script writing, number 5, voiceover, number 6, bonus section. So please stay until the end of the video so that you can see what that's all about and what I have to say there. And then number 7, of course, relax and unwind. Every day is unique, but there are some routines and tasks that remain constant. I'll number them for you here at the beginning, and as I go through the rest of this video, I'll talk about each one in more detail. So that's the numbers, those are the outlines, and now I'm going to go ahead and jump on in. These things here are constant for me. I'm learning that you need to be doing as a YouTuber. Like, I'm constantly learning that you need to be doing these things constantly as a YouTuber to get the results. And so this is my first month. I'm literally probably in my second week. We haven't even launched the channel yet, and I'm just getting myself into this routine of both working in the business and working on the business in such a way that it becomes second nature. So once this thing really starts to take off, running the channel will be kind of like just second nature to me. Getting the videos out there, getting the content created will be second nature to me, and then I can get more into the growth and scale of the business, more of the collaboration and the partnerships to continue to diversify the content profile and continue to entertain and enlighten everybody that we have on the viewership here. So they aren't exact, as your model may be different from my model, but if you follow a similar model to my own, then you may have the same workflow, or you may be at a stage in your YouTube channel where you delegate some of the tasks in the business, such as the script writing and the voiceover. Or you might have a script writer and a voiceover person all in one, you know, like one person doing both 4 and 5. And then you also might have a virtual assistant who's doing 2 and 3 for you. So all you have to do is check in with the team, engage with the community, you know, and relax and unwind. You know what I'm saying? So that sounds like a much a better day in regards to just time freedom and everything. However, I'm not there yet. So I'm still, again, actively working in the business and on the business at the same time until we get this thing off the ground. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, team check-in and community engagement. So I like to check in with my team at the beginning of the day. Right now, I only have one video editor, and I'm completing all of my own voiceovers and writing my own scripts. So I'm actually working in the business while also working on the business in my downtime. For example, yesterday I set up all the other social media pages that will be connected with this YouTube channel so I can market the content on other social media platforms and help grow the audience more organically. It's one of those things where, okay, let me just go create the profiles, boom, and then I had to come back to like get them set up. So like once I got the logo created, which you can see here on the screen, once I got the banner created, which you can't currently see on the screen, but if you go to the channel or if you're watching this video from the channel, you see the banner at the top of the YouTube channel. Then I came back and I created a Facebook page, created the IG, created the TikTok, and started to fill those out. So now the shells are complete. Now really the last thing left to do on those is to just start, you know, cross media putting out the content, right? So that's an example of working on the business while creating the scripts and voiceovers for the next video is an example of working in the business. That's really important to differentiate. Some people think that as an entrepreneur or whatever, like if they're working in the business that they're also working on the business, when it's really two completely different things. As an entrepreneur, you need to know, you know, a selfpreneur, some people have called it, I've heard it called before, that you need to know what the difference is, because that's extremely important. If you get caught up working in the business and you never really have time to work on the business to figure out how you're going to pretty much replace yourself, first get revenue and profit margins and then figure out how you replace yourself, so that way then you can just become CEO, you can just become a true business owner at that point and work on the things that will help grow and scale the business at that point. You're going to be stuck and you're going to start hating your life and questioning your decisions and all of that jazz. And I don't really want anybody to get into that hole. I've definitely been there in previous, you know, failed attempts at business. And it's one of those things that you always have to kind of be mindful of. So in the future, once we actually launch the channel, I'll have to time block the task for replying to comments on YouTube and all the social media accounts to engage with you lovely people. I'm sure once I get to that point, that will be part of the day that truly grounds me and reminds me of why I started the channel in the first place. So all of this is considered the number one thing to start the day. Check in with the team and engage with the community. So like, for example, today I woke up around like 8:30 and I spent like 45 minutes just waking up, scrolling on Facebook or whatever on my phone. And had that been like 2 or 3 months from now, that would have been me like waking up, scrolling on my phone and engaging with everybody on YouTube in regards to like comments on videos that we put out, or, you know, social media platforms that people are engaging with the content on. So number 2, competition and trend review. Keeping up on your competition, extremely important. This means tracking your niche, following your competitors, keeping up on trending topics and content in your niche. So you really want to do your best to stay ahead of the game and or in the game. So what I mean by that is being in the game is knowing what's going on with trending content. And to me, staying ahead of the game is being able to put out content that will catch those trends while they are trending, so that you can capture some of that viewership as well. All right. Number 3, topic selection. Next up is content planning and or topic selection. Some days I'm overflowing with ideas, and some days, well, it's a struggle. But it's all part of the journey, right? From there, once I've found a topic for the day, I get to work on researching it further and start crafting my script. Sometimes this includes doing the high-level research and drilling down, or just going through YouTube on the niches I've already done the high-level research for and looking for opportunities where I can create a video that will A, add value to the community and the niche I'm targeting, B, be in line with the message and content I want to produce on the channel, C, be an area of opportunity where I can outperform the competition, right? Which just means to do it better than they did it. So then I can, 1, get more views, subscribers, and engagement, and 2, rank for that keyword or search term so the views will continue to roll in over time as well. So all of this is considered number 3, topic selection and content planning. So moving on, after I do that, it's writer mode for me. So drawing on the strengths of my Bachelor of Arts in English from Penn State, I begin to research my topic through YouTube, Google, and other online sources to get the best understanding of the topic I'm going to discuss and begin piecing the script together in a logical manner to tell the story and explain, preferably in greater detail than competing channels, about whatever it is I'm writing about for the day. So this is probably the longest part of the entire process for me here, as you really want to make sure you get it right and that your information is correct and insightful. Again, the goal is to add value, educate, inform, and enlighten. The entertainment piece for the channel at least falls more on the hands of the video editor who I work closely with. And since we still haven't even launched yet, that's going to take a little bit more time as well to see exactly, how she likes to entertain through our videos, and if there's things that we can improve on, as well as myself, because the voiceover, I think, is a very important piece. I feel like the better we can merge the two in regards to having what I'm saying with my jokes, because I got a lot of jokes. I got jokes for days now, but I've been keeping it very, professional and streamlined so far, so that way I won't throw her off. Because she doesn't know me quite well yet. We're just starting this journey together, so she may not understand some of my humor, and also like matching that up once she does understand my humor and some of my sarcastic, witty comments that I make, matching that up with the video. You know what I'm saying? So that's the script writing aspect. Like I said, this usually takes the longest throughout the day. And then we go on to step number 5. So step number 5 is creating the voiceover and editing it. So this is where the magic happens, I guess, for my channel. It's a mix of technical skills and, to be honest, lots of patience. So when I did this for the first time, it was a skill that I had to learn, but was able to get acceptably good, aka average, in my voiceover production in about a day. So I think that's important to note and stress, because if you are serious about something, you made up your mind that you're going to do it, and you put your all into it, there's really nothing that can stop you in this world. And that's just one of those things that I truly, honestly believe. So even though I've had my failures in business, I've had my letdowns in life, I can also look back at those times and those versions of me and say, 1, that I wasn't ready for the opportunity, and or 2, I didn't fully engage and put my all and my heart and my soul into it. And that's why the opportunity didn't give the outcome that I was expecting, right? Because you get what you put in. So if you put into it everything, you should get everything out of it that you're actually looking for. So anyway, I learned video editing, I learned voiceover editing in about a day, right? So my first video voiceover for this channel was about 22 minutes long from the length of the script. There's software and websites out there that you can literally take your whole script, copy it, put it into the website, and it will tell you about from how many words you have, about how long it's going to take for you to speak and read that whole thing. So when I put it in the software, it said about 27 minutes, but I was able to like get it all under like 22 or 23 minute range when it was all said and done. But anyway, I started working on that voiceover at 12:45 p.m. that day, and I didn't finish until 11:30 p.m. Now, of course, there were breaks and there was dinner in that time span, but a 10 to 10 and a half hour stretch of good old-fashioned work on a new skill helps you dive on in and set your foundation to make the future days of voiceover work that much easier. And that was my mindset. That was my thought process for that. So my primary focus was just taking what I learned from YouTube and my mentor on utilizing the suggested software for creating voiceovers, and just going through my outline section by section and just download in my muscle memory the steps that the professional voiceover person taught me in their video from YouTube. So it was just boom, sit and watch and learn, review what my mentor taught me about creating voiceovers, then watch the video that the professional did, and then boom, spent all day just going through that that first video script that I made, and just doing it over and over and over and over and over again. Then I had to talk to my video editor and see how she prefers to get the voiceover, because you know, this is behind the scenes look. So I'm just going to tell you, some video editors like to have it chopped up, and some video editors like to have it in all in one. In regards to the MP3, the voiceover for the MP3 for the voiceover. So I was doing it section by section, and then come to find out my video editor wants it all in one track. So then I had to learn how to go back into the software after I do all the magic of making it sound as professional as possible, then combining it all into one track. And so I did that all in the first day, all on that one video, that first voiceover for the first video. And now I've made 3 others that have been a lot faster and a lot more seamless and a lot less painful in a lot shorter period of time, just because I spent that one day just drilling this skill into my head. So let's move on. Bonus section, preparing to record a video. So it is still morning where I'm at, but like I said earlier, I got up around 8:30, and it's almost noon where I'm at. So I spent about an hour and a half pretty much getting prepared for this video. I created this slideshow that you see in the background of this video, pretty much the primary scene of this video, and I put the script together. I figured out what I wanted to say on the video outside of my ad-libbing, and that took me about an hour and a half. And so now here I am at the end of the morning putting together this 20-minute video or so for you guys, just to help add some love to my YouTube channel. And so I'm doing this for a very specific purpose. Again, I just want to connect with the community, show everybody who is the man behind the scenes, and also add value. So now, preparing to record a video and be in it. For others, setting up to film can be time consuming, but for me, it's relatively easy. So I stream, so my setup for creating this video is the same equipment that I use when I'm streaming, minus the OBS. The recording software that I use actually is Loom. When I'm streaming, I'd use OBS. So my space is dedicated in the house, and the lights, the camera, and the angle are pretty much all fixed. So that never changes for me. I'm near the walkout of my basement, and I have a window here off to my left. So you can kind of see the walkout right here behind me. It's blurred out, but that provides natural light. The window here off to my left provides natural light, and it's far superior to the artificial light that I have to use when it gets later in the day. When I don't have the sunlight, I have to use the artificial light. And to be quite frank, I don't care enough to go and get really good bulbs or get really good lighting set up so it looks like it's, you know, daytime where I'm at all the time. I'm a very small streamer. It's not super important to me. And again, this is not about me. This isn't a personal brand channel, so having my face on the videos at the beginning is just to help introduce the channel. Break it in, give it a little bit of traction as I build it up. And while you see my face now, you don't see the video creation process that we're working on in the background. So when the channel officially launches, there won't be much more seeing my face on here. So that's that, right? When it's all said and done, it's incredibly rewarding once everything is just right to sit down and jump right into your work with no distractions, a nice hot cup of coffee, and a head full of focus to start knocking out those tasks. For example, I mentioned this a little earlier at the beginning of this section. I had to do a mini rendition of my entire day in the 45 minutes to like an hour and a half of what I normally do just to get prepared to shoot this video. So I'm in no way envious of those who run their own personal brand channels, since I know there's a lot of preparation that actually is involved in shooting your own videos with your own face on it. And that's another reason, as quiet as it's kept, why some channels, whether faceless or personal brand, don't succeed, right? Because either if they're personal brand, it takes so much time, energy, and effort to get set up to run your own video with you on it, being in front of the camera and you talking to the peoples. And then on the other side, if you're doing everything without a team as a faceless YouTuber, like a faceless channel on your YouTube for your YouTube business, it can wear you down. And so that's why I'm super, super grateful for my mentor teaching me how to do it in this way. And this was my first introduction to it at all. Like, this is my first attempt at really trying to do anything on YouTube, right? So I'm very grateful that I've learned it in this manner, so that way I can just hit the ground running with it and just take off and never look back. Number 7, the end of the day. Now we get to relax and unwind. And as the day winds down, it's important for me to relax and disconnect. For me, this mostly looks like cooking, eating, watching some TV, mostly anime or other streamers on Twitch, HGTV or Magnolia Network, or playing the game, watching my favorite NFL team, anywhere from like news, highlights, etc. Like, I'm always super plugged in to what they're doing and love it. For me, NFL season isn't just a few months out of the year, it's all year round. I'm one of those kind of guys. So during the day, my breaks vary. I may take a break after completing certain tasks on the to-do list. I might take breaks between switching gears, switching from script writing to voiceover. I generally do. Sometimes when I'm doing my voiceover, I'll do like the full recording. I'll read the whole thing and record it all. And then before I come back to do the editing, I'll take a break in between there. But yeah, and I take human breaks, of course, using the bathroom and getting some food. But it's essential to step back and recharge, even if it's just for a short while. I also try to remember to keep my work sessions to like 30 minutes to an hour, or use the Pomodoro technique to keep me going, keep me up and active. Here where I'm at in my house, I have the perfect push-up and a space here where there's enough room to do the push-ups, some jumping jacks, some curls, that ab curler, just to keep my body limber and not get super stiff sitting in the seat all day long. So that's all I got for you. Being a YouTuber isn't just about hitting records and getting views. It's about connecting, growing, and most importantly, enjoying the journey. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look into my day. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below on your daily routine if you also make YouTube content or any other content out there for social media. And please, please, please do me a huge favor and take a second to like and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free and will help this channel grow organically and reach our intended audience. Lastly, please remember to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. The pages are bare bones right now. It's just getting set up, But I would love so much for any of you guys to be the first followers for us on those social media platforms. Again, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you next time here on Land, Love, Home.